Hi guys, welcome to Reality Real channel. In this channel, we watch reality TV shows to recap, review, and for the fun of it. And today, I'll be recapping Makoti Are You the One, season 3, episode 7. And today, the ladies are meeting up with new people. Bridget got to meet her umnakwethu, and yeah, she's frustrated with the whole thing, but remember she had decided to Temba, do whatever you want, and then she told us that she's not gonna stand in Temba's happiness. I was surprised when she was shocked to see the girl, and I'm like, but you were told about this. Initially, I thought that like before maybe she was coached to overreact, because initially she was so calm, even when she told that lady to leave her room because the bed that that they were sitting on is bought by her. But it starts with Temba meeting up with his friends and then telling them that he's planning to have Bridget and Cindy to meet, and also I think that he intends to make Cindy also participate on the show in terms of meeting his mom and stuff like that, because that's what he was implying. And his friends are asking him, how would you manage this because you do not have money? They didn't put it like that, but he said they asked him financial, how are you going to manage this? And also, is Bridget ready for this? It's like, yeah, she said that she will be fine. And then he's busy telling us there that, oh no, Bridget said I can do whatever I want. And then when Bridget calls him, he's like, oh, Bridget wants to put me in court. I'm like, brother, wake up. You can see that you are putting your girlfriend, your fiance into trouble, and you insist on letting her go through it because you want to prove a point to Cindy that you do not love Bridget that much, because that's what she told us, that Bridget is not the loved one. Bridget maybe is good enough for his family. And also, Temba is the type of guy you shouldn't date, because Temba is the type of person that will doubt the DNA of the child and not insist on having the child being tested. And also, guys, what is wrong with this? Ooh, but now I want to skip to Zizo's partner, because also Zizo's partner is on some tip about the DNA of the child that the mother made a joke about. And I'm just like, these people, what is happening? Are they, hey, okay, let's just go back to Temba. Temba has left the child. The reason why I'm saying that he's not a good partner, he left a child in Pumalanga that he thinks is not his child, but the girl is saying that it's his child, but the girl is revising the DNA. But because Temba is not well informed about these things, he's letting that girl go away with his child and live her life, because the child does not really look like him. It looks more like her. And I'm like, guys, with regards to genes and how people look alike, Temba needs to, like, he doesn't even look like his father. I didn't look at them properly, but I'm just saying that they don't look the same. Those things are possible. You don't have to look like your parents. You can have some similarities to your parents. Maybe she has his ears and he can't see that because he decided to dump the child because the mother refuses to get the DNA, because the mother says that Yena, she's being humiliated and she's being accused of being a sleeping around type of woman. Because I'm like, what is the reason why she's saying no? How did you put it out to her? And also, why are you not forcing her to do it? Invite your parents, because I know that Temba maybe can't afford court cases because his friends told him he doesn't have money. So we know that by now. But anyway, he is going to thingy. He's going now, and now he's sitting in the room with Bridget, with Cindy, and then Bridget walks in because the producers went to tell Bridget that you need to go to that house because Cindy is there. Because what is the reason why she's there? I know that she had called him to tell him that she would like to see him, but like now in this case, yeah, so they're meeting. Bridget is meeting up with this lady, and then she's calmer. She's busy asking questions about who is this girl, and then she's told that this is Cindy, and she's like, okay, guys, please get out of my bed because this is the bed she bought. And then not Cindy trying to find out who bought the bed, whose money bought the bed. And I'm like, does it matter? Because it seems like Bridget bought the bed. not the other way around. She was not given money, because also this guy is not saying, no, I bought the bed, so you can't tell me to get out. But anyway, they end up not getting out of the bed, and then they just discuss, and then now Bridget, now that lady, that Cindy lady, when she's leaving, she starts shouting at the producers about being marked up. And I'm like, girl, were you asleep when they marked you up? And when you woke up, you didn't tell them to remove it. Now she's busy saying, you're going to embarrass me to my family, my parents. And I'm like, abazali bakho, they told you they don't want you to get into Temple, but now you are here shouting at the producers and calling them out by their names, and the production team telling them that they need to remove this thing out of you, while you are the one who's noticed them, put it on to you, and then now you are acting like it's some special thing that you do not like. This lady needs to get a wake-up call, because also then dugu, they are fighting, calling each other magogo, and yay. And also Bridget is very angry, because now, instead of that lady leaving, she ended up going home. While she's going to Temba's home, she's like, I am cotizaring, you are capitazaring with your girlfriend, doing funny things and stuff like that. And then she's calling her sister and telling her what had happened. And her sister is like, come back home. And then the mother-in-law goes to Bridget. She tells her you need to stop calling those people. And she's telling her those things that people tell. Do not discuss these things with your thingy, with your family members, because they will end up hating you, Mkhwenyane, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, but like the Mkhwenyane is not really lovable, because he's busy acting like he's a siyacela, a mix of siyacela and a mix of I don't want to say Mseleku, because Mseleku's temple, he might not have done it right then, but now it looks like it's fine. The women were fine when they first started, but he's dabbling into those things. It's like Mseleku crawled so that he could run in terms of how to mistreat the women in his life, because that's basically what he did, according to me. Because you can't tell me it's okay for you to, like, the way he did the introduction, the way even the producers are messy with this situation, because maybe Temba and Bridget, if this had not happened, she would have understood that there's a Cindy, and this Cindy I was told about, and maybe she was not going to appreciate him staying with her partner while she's staying with him. You get me? So those type of things, I just feel like maybe if it was managed differently, she was not going to cry that much, because I know. And also, Bridget wants to go home, to the same home where she was told that you said that you want to get married, go back. Hey, I don't know. Maybe this time she was not going to seek their advice. She was just going to tell her sister, take me, come fetch me, and we are done. And then the mother wants to organize a meeting between Temba and Bridget, which she ended up doing. And then Temba is busy acting. With Temba, like, you just get annoyed, because it's like, no, I'm not gonna beg her now. And I remember Cindy told us that Bridget is not the one Temba wants to marry. She's not gonna finish her lobola. When they were discussing the lobola for Bridget, Temba said that he's not gonna finish Bridget's lobola first. He's gonna start with Cindy's lobola. And I'm like, who's going to be a Mam Kulu in this scenario? Because, like, now you're starting with the lobola and you're not finishing her lobola. Whose lobola are you going to finish? Are you also just going to be knocking at people's house asking for their girls' So, like, now they are there discussing these things and talking about them the way they want to talk about them. And then now Temba is talking to Bridget, and, like, when someone is talking to you but not talking to you, like, the mother is busy telling him that, abesutu bazongishaya, usiska Bridget uzozalana and stuff. And then it's like, no, ngeke bakushaya. And I'm like, are they acting? So how it ended is that Bridget will now have a meeting with the Baba Zala, Mama Zala, probably also her family, because it's Tembu that thingy that Temba wants to do, even though his mother seems like, I don't know, she's partial about it from my point of view, because it seems like she doesn't support it and she wants to be there for Bridget, but she also supported, you get me? But anyway, we moved to Madema Gengenenes, and then they're chilling there, washing clothes. She's asking permission to have her friends visit, and she will later ask that can she go see her other friend. She had organized it that same day, and then the mother-in-law is busy telling her that don't hang my clothes like that and stuff like that. And then her sisters come in, and then they bringing alcohol. There's a sister that's lighter than Phindile. And then the mother-in-law is like, oh, Tempa could have married you. And they can see that she's joking. But if she had said that while she was still angry, I think they were not going to take it as a joke. And then also the sisters, when they leave, Phindile is drinking at people's house. I forgot that part. And then she knows they don't like it, but anyway, she's drinking and then she ended up asking for permission to go see her sister-in-law, her previous sister-in-law, her ex-sister-in-law. And they get there, and then they discuss the mother-in-law, and also they talk about how fast she has moved on, but she also thinks that she didn't move on as fast as she could have. She thinks that it's the right pace, and she's putting herself first, and she deserves this because she's putting herself first. And I'm like, go Phindile, because sometimes people want you to stay in the same place because they want to hold you about the things that happened in the past. She was emotionally abused, and the reason why she's close with the sister-in-law is because she considers the ex-sister-in-law as a friend, and she's busy comparing. And it was bound to happen, I guess, because she's getting married for the second time, and she's trying to explain the whole process to say to the sister-in-law, I know this is weird to keep it with the mother-in-law instead of your boyfriend and all of that, but it's even in her case, you must think that she was not only married to this lady's brother, she was also married to the family. So now she wants to see if they will flow. And she's also telling that lady that people can't say I can reference my previous marriage because my mother-in-law was an angel. I'm like, that's what we say when people have passed anyway. But I believe that she was happier in that she was happy with the relationship with the mother-in-law, but the partner was not partnering because he was emotionally abusive. But anyway, so and also Phindile is going to be in trouble at the reunion because even with the mother-in-law in the next episode and the preview, they are showing that the mother-in-law is discussing that Mapele situation, the housing, the condition of the house and stuff like that. And also we also get to meet these mother-in-law's biological children because other kids that we have met and the other adults that we have met are not her biological kids. So she's talking about the fact that the biological child of hers, her firstborn, is going to be with Phindile while she goes to work. She's going to get assistance, and this lady is going to be available for her. She's meeting up with her own grandchildren and stuff like that. And we found out that her firstborn calls her auntie because she didn't raise her. Maybe she had her while she was still young. And also and also this sister-in-law is busy saying things like, when I met Phindile the first time at the event, I didn't like her. It's bad. People are not lying when they say that you need to meet up with the person and stuff like that in order to get to know them. I'm like, okay, you made the same assumption. Maybe this is why the mother-in-law was angry, guys. There are things that happened. I think this lady Phindile told them that while they were asking her to work at that event, that Msebenzi, she told them, I am not married to your brother, leave me alone, or I am tired or something. And these people seems like they don't like the nose from people. Anyway, we move back to the ex-sister-in-law. The ex-sister-in-law is like, so what is going to happen to the lobola? I also want my share. And I'm like, I wonder. But luckily, I wonder, is there any culture in SA where they return the lobola money? I don't think so. But you never know because people are weird out here. Anyway, we move to the Matlailas with Koketo and Tamara. And Tamara is back, she's having her friend come over, and also they are going to she's explained to the friend what their discussion with Koketo with regards to the other babies that they need to have because they were at the park, and then Kokezo ended up talking about him maybe having another child. And Kokezo, I don't know if it's like most men where the child that you have lost does not really count, because it seems like they miscarried, and then Kokezo did not mention that, and she's worried about such things, and she also thinks that she could be pregnant, but she's still drinking. Ooh, Tamara, putting that baby's life at risk because she's busy saying she might have missed her periods. So there's that. And then she's telling her friend, and she's crying about the fact that even if she has another baby, she doesn't know if the mother-in-law will accept it, because the first one that she lost, the mother-in-law was not told, so therefore she couldn't provide support. That's what I took from it, because I didn't understand why why she would complain and say the mother-in-law was not supportive, yet you didn't tell her. Anyway, now she's washing pots and stuff. And then the mother-in-law comes in and say, you see, you didn't wash the cooking thingy, the cooking spoon, the wooden cooking spoon. And then she's throwing food all over the place to show how untidy Tamara is, just overreacting about things. And then she's saying that the older sister-in-law was the one who was supposed to cook, to clean, to wash the pots, to wash these things. Why am I getting blamed? Also, that sister-in-law of hers is like, oh, but if you're the big sister, why won't you take it by the chin when the mother is complaining about you, and instead of blaming me? But in that scene, she's supporting Tamara, and she's surprised by the mother's reaction. And then the uncle comes in, and she's like, libaka mashata, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, you don't know what is happening. You don't know why this lady is acting the way she's acting. Maybe try and get what is happening and then judge from there. Because these families, like that uncle always takes his sister's side and then act like he didn't take his sister's side. Act like he's all over the place. And then now she's complaining about her windows that ended up being cleaned by Tamara anyway. She had to, because they kept being brought up that she needs to clean windows, because all the time that mother is complaining about windows, which I don't understand. Why must it be Tamara that cleans her windows? And why is Tamara coming into the house that with windows that are dirty? Why she didn't clean them? Okay, so guys, it seems like this relationship had been through some rough time. They broke up and then they got back together from the conversation that he's having with his girlfriend. And I'm like, guys, I wonder how old is the new relationship that they just made up. Was it after the break, after the loss of the child that Tamara lost? And was it like, how old? Because they told us they've been together for a year, right? We get that, but now, after how long before they did this thing? Anyway, we move to the Mapistas, Polani and Zizo. Phola is going to visit his mom, and I think his aim was to clear the air around the DNA issue. But we also found out that he also doubted his own child's DNA, because he is saying that he did the DNA test to make sure that it's his child, because sometimes you can't even trust private hospital. I'm like, Phola, you are lying. You doubted your own wife, your own potential wife. And he's telling his mom that my Zizo did not like it when you made the joke about the DNA, and you need to understand people are not the same. She's not going to react the same way I would react about things, because we were not raised by the same person. He's just like, yeah, she needs to learn how to react, how to take a joke. I'm like, that's not a joke, and it's not a joke if she knew that her partner went and tested her child. If she knew, I don't know if she knew or she doesn't. If she find out that her partner went to test her child and the mother is joking like that, and she's saying, I joke like that with all my grandkids, I'm like, we don't know that. We are not sure about these things. So, hey, we can't trust that she's not lying. Anyway, like, you know what I liked about Phola is the fact that he told his mom where to get off. You can't say such things. You can't just be coming out of the woodworks and saying stuff that that my wife doesn't like. And also the thing about the baby mama, he's also addressing that to say that you cannot, unlike his Unlike Kokezo, who said that if like Tamara must just not be concerned about the baby mama. She must just move past the whole thing because it's not that important. That the things that she does anyway, they don't stay in the same house with the mother, so it doesn't matter whether Caroline goes to visit the mother-in-law and sleep there. And also he's saying that, you know what, at the same time, this thing of you thinking that after the church service that they're going to do for the kids, they must I think they are Catholics, so they must the baby mama must come back and be served by Zizo. It's not going to work for my partner. She's not going to do that. Besides, I'm the only one who's doing things for the child that we have with this lady. And also Phola does not trust Zizo because he has trust issues, if I can put it like that. Because tell me why he is saying that I'm always at work and the child came out looking like a China. And I'm just like, baby, you need to hold it together, brother. You can't be saying such things in front of Pampwabantu. All millions of South Africa watching this show, and then you are saying that you didn't trust that Zizo was trustworthy to you. She could have cheated. But anyway, it's his life story, and maybe Zizo won't be bothered by it. Then therefore we shouldn't be bothered by it. Anyway, the mother-in-law, because she wants her garage cleaned by Zizo, she tells Zizo that because I am training you for my business, clean up the garage. If I was Zizo and I walked into that garage with so much debt and so many things to pick up, I would have called Sweep South, because there's no way Zizo is the only person that's cleaning up that whole thing. And also, what does she mean by cleaning up? Is she supposed to look for plates and put them in one place? Not curtains, what are these tablecloths? What is it that she's supposed to do there? Because I didn't understand. Is she supposed to pick up chairs, those couches, those beds? Is she supposed to clean out the whole garage? If she was supposed to do that, she should have told her boyfriend, give me your credit card details or your debit card details, or the Sweep South to clean that whole thing and be getting rid of it. Instead, when the cousin Kapola comes in, she goes and sit down with her instead of telling her, Sissy, please help me clean up there. And then that lady leaves and say that, oh, that lady must Uzizo must clean up, after she had given Uzizo ideas in terms of how to keep Upola, because apparently Upola needs someone that keeps up, the things that people usually say, don't change once you get married, continue with what you were doing because it worked to get you to get married. So I get that. I think I get. Apparently, the whole family has been telling Upola that, Zizo, that, you know what, keep up the stuff that you have been doing, and also that family won't limit you in terms of what to wear. So if you need to wear seductively, then do so. And I'm just like, I love it for Uzizo and I love it for the family, but I don't trust that mother-in-law will stick to the same plan. The next thing she'll be like, Apakwam, you don't dress like that one day when she wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, because she changes like the weather. Because we can't confirm the mother-in-law. Kazizo, we can't, because she's always changing what she thinks, how she thinks about things. Today she's happy, tomorrow she's not happy. And also Upola now is like, oh, today it seems like a good time. And I'm just like, brother, you were called because you doubt the DNA of your child with your mother. That's why you were called, and you think there are no issues. And issues are there. She's telling you that your mother keeps changing the mood, because initially when she first got there, they were passing by the passages. Now she's at least greeting, and she has now given her a task to clean up her garage for free, because this lady is going to get transferred the details of the name. She's going to get the business. She's going to inherit it, because none of her kids wants it, because they don't want to work hard, I guess, because they don't want to learn how to cook and all of those things and how to plate food, because that's what she said that she's good in. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this recap. Please like the video, comment on it, and subscribe on the channel. See you guys in the next one.